Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
When the start is always about giving no praise to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Makakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth while sincerity. Yeah, we're just going to do a real quick one, man, because it seems to be like a running theme amongst brothers at the moment. I was going to call this one work, boy. Right? Like proper plantation style, man.
Yep.
Because we good. Esau's got us working, man. Right? We just got to work and work and work. Because we have to go to this man for the one of all things.
Yep.
All right. So this is Haggai. I'll start with Haggai 1 and 6, man. And as always, if you got anything about, just jump in. It says, "Ye have sown much and bringing little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes." Right? So you work, and at the end of the month, it ain't even enough. Like sometimes you bust your ass at the job, and you leave work, and you just be like, am I even paid enough for this shit, man?
Yeah.
You still be having, work some crazy ass hours and all of that, right? But that's just the hell that we're in, man.
Yep. Yeah, like no matter how much you work in this kingdom, you're never gonna have enough to be satisfied, man. You're always gonna be continually working. You're always gonna have goals. You're always gonna have aims.
Precept for you. You feel it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, good, because the brother said you're never gonna have enough, and ultimately, that's because this place ain't our rest, man. This is Micah 2:10 says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction." Right? And that's what sometimes makes it a bit, because the scriptures say, at the end of the day, and it's one of those ones where it is really a thing of, you're grateful you have a job. Right, the Lord is taking care of you and everything. Scriptures say, give us this day our daily bread, and everything. But on the other hand, it's kind of like, fucking, I'm busting my ass to build up man's business. Man's business is going to be destroyed.
Yeah, that's it.
The Lord's going to come and he's going to wipe that business away, man.
Yep.
Right, you're there having to, bust your ass. So that's what makes it difficult. But that's just one of those things that, you got to suffer, and more so in this truth, man.
Yeah.
Right? Because we can, as a Jake, first and foremost, and then more so in this truth, because them demons will fuck with you. My brothers can attest to the fact that, you'll be like, yo, boss, yeah, this is what we should do in this situation. And no one listens to you. And then in the Edomite says the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and then all of a sudden,
praises.
Oh. And the thing is, end of the day, I can't even name a name because they're Jake names anyway. For instance, Oscar. I know he's getting slight, but that's like a popular middle class name here in the UK. Right, Oscar, Joshua, right? But those are all Jake names. You look up the name Oscar. I forgot what it means. You look it up, but you look, it's like that's definitely a Jake thing to say, man.
Yeah.
Right, but it's things like that. It's instances like this. Right, where where we've got to suffer and work, that it really makes us appreciate and wish for the kingdom of the Most High, man.
Yeah, because we can't forget that us being here and working under the so-called white man, this devil, is actually punishment, man.
Yeah.
And it is indeed a great punishment. Because the so-called white man is the Most High's sword. Uses punishment upon the 12 tribes of Israel, and ultimately the whole earth, man. Because he's the devil that was created as a vessel of our fit for destruction. So he's doing his job in putting hell upon you 12 tribes. It also tells you in the book of Daniel that he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And literally, we're being worn out. Every day you finish work, you literally feel like you have no energy left to even do anything, man. It's only through the Spirit that the Lord allows you to actually do your videos, when you get off the job. Because you're so worn out, sometimes you don't even feel like you're in the Spirit. That's why Apostle Kabara made the great point a few months back that you got to force yourself to get in the Spirit sometimes, man. Because you get so worn out, you got so much things to do. Certain brothers have families as well. You got to cater to them. There's so many things you got to do in this kingdom that this wears you out spiritually and physically, man. You know, it drains you, man.
Yeah, and that's a good point that you make. Sometimes you might not even be able to speak coherently or think properly, man.
Can't.
Right, you know them ones when it's like, you know, I'll speak for myself, man. I was on the way home. Well, I saw when I rang you, I was seeing, you know, roughly how long I'd been.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, fucking hell, it's been 10 minutes. But it didn't feel like 10 minutes. But it didn't feel like 10 minutes because you saw through. Yeah. Right? Esau's got you working.
Yeah.
You know, that it just becomes a blur, and it's just, you know, this thing called time doesn't even fucking exist anymore.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's literally how it is, man. You just, you know, you get so wrapped up in everything that you lose the sense of time, man.
Yeah.
You know, and even that's a great point you make, because even Apostle of Amlav said, you know, I think it was his last video, he made the statement that, you know, sometimes you want to start a video and you get tongue-tied in your words, and then you got to restart it. Then you went in the spirit, then you got to restart it again, and then the spirit just jumped on you. You just say, fuck it. You know, and the Lord just puts the spirit on you, and then it turns out all right.
Yep.
You know, that happens, man. But that also happens, you know, due to exhaustion and, you know, being out of the loop because you've been working so damn hard for this devil, man.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure that, you know, we find the balance in between where we're putting this work first.
Exactly.
And we're devoting the majority of our time, you know, mind, body, and soul, you know, for lack of a better term, into the ministry and not into Esau's system, man. You know, so, you know, it's good to, you know, just take a seat sometimes and just really, you know, gather your thoughts together and make sure that you're doing this for the right reasons, man. That you're not putting too much into Esau's society and it's going more into the Lord and the ministry.
And then that's part of the sacrifice, man. You know, that's part of the sacrifice. Because at the end of the day, you know, like I said, on the one hand, as above what was going into, there is that thing of, you know, balancing. If you can balance, if you can get whipped and still, you know, do the work, that's good. But if it comes to the point where, what do you call it? You know, the job is taking too much of your time to the point where, you know, you might just do one video, come camp for like 10 minutes, right? You know, or whatever. Then you got to go work or whatever. Or whatever, then you really gonna start, you know, evaluating and be like, look, man, is this, you know, the best place I want to be? And ultimately, the spirit will sort all of that out, man. That's you know, right. I can, you know, we can say this, that, or the other, but, you know, because, hey, that's the point I brothers speak on is, you know, you might be indecisive on a particular thing. You're like, oh, shouldn't I? And the Lord will make it such that He makes your mind up for you, man.
Oh, definitely.
You know, you know, you might be like, oh man, should I stay at this job? Should I leave? Then you come in on the Monday after camp, like, look, man, go, man, you're fired.
That's it, man.
You know, or it's just what's this? Just picture of you. You know, at the camp or whatever, because the Lord is making up your mind. So, you know, and that's, you know, it's part of the faith. The Lord will always make a way.
God, that's it.
Right, this is Deuteronomy 28:16. It says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Right? It says, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. So that's your, you know, your wages or whatever, what have you.
God.
Right? And the amount that you're gonna have to do to what do you call it, to make your money, man. Right? You know, because like we're going into, Esau will have you, you know, running amok, man, just doing a whole load of shit. Just to make ends meet, and then barely just. Right? You know, but that's why we what do you call it? Did I bring that one out?
Which one?
Yeah, it's Hebrews 13:14. It says, for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
That's right.
Right?
Yep, no continuing city, man. Like this, again, you know, this is not our place of rest, like it says in Micah 2:10. You know, this is not our residence, man. This is not a place where we can be at rest, or we can build a foundation that's gonna last for a period of time, you know, to leave to your children and that, man. You know, they're gonna pretty much start afresh. You know, you ain't really gonna have anything to leave to your children, man. And you're supposed to, you know, when you have children, you're meant to, you know, work to a point where you leave them an inheritance, man. You know, birthright. But you know, the kind of life we're living now, your kids are not going to get any birthright, man. They're not going to get nothing because you know, you don't own a house.
For real, that's the
your car's on finance, so you can't transfer that over to them. So if you're to drop dead, you're really leaving your children nothing, and that's not the kind of world that we're meant to be living in, man.
Well, you're leaving them dead.
Yeah, exactly. You're leaving them dead. They're gonna start getting phone calls. You the next of kin.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have to pay this debt. You know, debts that they didn't even know about that you had. You know, so this is hell, man. This place is completely hell. There's no continuing place for us in this place, man. This place is totally done.
Yep.
You know?
And that's why we seek the kingdom, man. That's why we seek the kingdom, because in the kingdom, we ain't gonna have worries like we have worries now, man.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I'll grab a few verses in Isaiah the 60th chapter.
Yeah.
Right? It says Isaiah 60:10. Where it says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls. Right? And their king shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Right? Therefore thy gates shall be open continuum. Why will the gates be open? Right? You know, these are the gates of the Israelites. Right? They're going to be open so we can, well, in fact, does it go and say? Yeah, no, God does go and say. It says that they shall not be shut day nor night, right? That men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. Right? So hey, these heathen nations are going to be bringing their riches, right? They're going to be bringing their, you know, their people that will become our slaves. They're going to be bringing them all to us, man.
Yeah. Right?
So right now we getting whipped, right? But let me get that real quick as well, right? Because this is if I can remember how it's worded.
Yeah, man, we coming into a time where that switchover is going to occur, man.
Yeah.
You know, the tables are going to turn, and the heathens, they're going to be in the position that we're in, but it's going to be 10 times worse for them. It's going to be 10 times worse for them, man, because as it says in the scriptures, you know, afflict her, what does it say in Revelations? Reward her double, even if she rewarded you, man. So literally, it's going to be double time for these heathens, man. You know?
They going. Yeah, because the thing is, man, hey, we gon' put in that work, man.
Yep.
Right? You know, because like the brother quoted, you know, reward her double, even as she rewarded you, man. Look at all the wickedness that they have Esau's done to us, man.
Yep.
Right? You know, double, reward a double, reward a treble, reward a quadruple, reward a, you know, a perfect, you know, let's just keep it that way. Reward a perfect amount of times more than she rewarded you, man. Right? Because at the end of the day, you know, as you read Jeremiah the 49th chapter, it says, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup were surely drunken. And art thou he that should not go altogether go unpunished? The answer is no. Here it is, Jake got punished, and when it true, what's our surname, man? Yasha Allah. He's the Prince of Power. He's the Son of God, man. Right? You know, so we're Yasha Allah and we got jacked up, and these nations ain't gonna get jacked up. Nah, these nations gonna get fucked up. But I'll grab this real quick. You know, on what you said. It's 2 Corinthians 4:17. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
That's right, and that's what we're working towards, man. Because what we're experiencing now, even though obviously it is hell, you know, it is hard to bear sometimes, but we got to remember it is a light affliction. Yep. Especially when we compare it to the sufferation and the hell that our Lord Yahweh Shai caught, you know? That's what you really have to think of to put you in the right frame of mind. You got to think, hold on, but what happened to our Lord? You know, that we ain't experienced that, you know, because Yahweh Shai already went through that, man. So we don't have to experience that, man. You know, that's why we worship and praise Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Because we didn't have to go through that, man. So it really is a light affliction, man. You know?
Because we deserve it, man. Scriptures from us 3:23, all of sin and come short of the glory of the Most. So we came short, but Yahweh Shai was perfect, man.
That's it.
And yeah, now the boy was going into, he suffered. Right, so ultimately, you know, you may want to complain, but whatever it is, whatever ill that it is that you go through, you deserve it. Yep. Then also you get a Sirach, the 2nd chapter, where it talks about, you know, being refined, and it's all for your betterment anyway. Right, so yeah, you know, unless you got anything else to say, brother?
Yeah, well, like you said, just learn back to what you said, we deserve it, man. Anything that happens to us while we're here, it doesn't matter if you're in the truth. Just because you come in the truth, it don't mean that, you know, your hell is just something you're going to stop or simmer down.
It can get worse.
It can get worse. It can get far more worse, because You know, because you got the knowledge as well. So based on that, it's going to be worse because you know right from wrong. In the world, it might not have been a thing to you because you don't know about righteousness. But when you come into that light and there's certain things happen to you, it's going to affect you 10 times more because you know it's the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, you know, that's it. Shit from
Yeah, hey, so Lord's word, that was edifying and coherent. Right, and yeah, till the next time, man. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.